Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this edition of Reporter's Notebook. I am joined by a new face today. Hello.
Hello, Victoria.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. So this is Eddie. And Eddie, can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Eddie Blanco. I'm an associate producer here at WNCT.
And so, how long have you been working here?
This is my third week, so not very long.
So you are brand new here at WNCT. Okay, so you're new to the station, but where are you from?
That's an interesting question. So I'd just like to clarify, I was born in Mexico, but Eastern North Carolina has been my home for over 20 years now. So definitely North Carolina is my home now. So
you are basically just, you know everything about Eastern North Carolina, is that right?
Yes, I would say. I grew up here. Yes.
So you're perfect to have here as a producer.
Yes.
What part of Eastern North Carolina did you grow up in?
Yes. Most of my childhood, I lived in Beaufort County.
Wow. Okay, that's my favorite county.
Yes, I grew up in Aurora, and now I live in Washington.
Okay, so in Washington City in Beaufort County, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what is your favorite thing to do in Eastern North Carolina? Give me some ideas, some tips that I can kind of check out for the holiday season.
All right. I guess holiday season. There's a lot of areas to go out and check out Christmas lights. I think downtown New Bern is a very nice place for Christmas lights, and they have a nice downtown.
Okay, so let's talk about, we'll get more into the fun stuff in a minute, but can you tell me why you chose to be in TV news, broadcast media? Can you give me a little bit background about what caught your interest about being a producer?
Right, so being bilingual, I think that's an advantage in any industry, of course, but I enjoy helping people, and I think as journalists, we have that. We can make that commitment to help people. And one of my goals is to be able to use both my languages, Spanish and English, to help inform people that may not always get the news that they could get. And so I feel that, I enjoy helping people, and I feel like as a reporter, as a journalist, as a producer, you're able to help people stay informed of what's going on, not just in their local community, but on a national level, or even what's going on back in their home country.
So let's talk about this for a minute, because you and I actually have a pretty interesting link. We are both alumni of a foundation called the Emma Bowen Foundation.
Yes.
And we actually both, you graduated this year, is that correct? And so I graduated this year. So we're both in the same alumni class. And we were both kind of exposed to the ways of storytelling that can be accessible to a diverse audience, not just an audience that one would traditionally think in, Eastern North Carolina, but, for an audience from all backgrounds. So that is kind of like an interesting link that we do have. So that's awesome. I know you've only been here for a couple of weeks, but have you had a story that has been a favorite to kind of produce so far? Or have you had a day that's even been kind of like interesting?
Yes, I'm just trying to think really quickly, because I feel every day is, news is always changing. So it's always a great opportunity to learn something new. I'm just trying to think really quickly.
Well, while you think, do you have a favorite part of the news? I don't want to say cycle, but kind of like the news format that you really enjoy. Is it the writing? Is it the finding the stories? What part of it do you really enjoy doing every single day?
I feel like definitely checking out what is the latest headline on the national scope, and just seeing how the presidential transition is going forward. So it's just interesting just to see the background side of it, of how different stations are covering that transition.
And so any story come to mind, or any particular day that really kind of caught your eye or has been memorable so far?
Yes.
Memorable, excuse me.
I feel like when I'm producing the 5:30 show that covers more of the national stories, I try to cover as much as I can with immigration stories. You know, that doesn't always get covered here in Eastern North Carolina. But I try to cover those stories that, you know, may have an impact to residents here in ENC.
Mm-hmm. And so this will be kind of just like wrapping up this interview, a little bit more on the fun side. Okay, Thanksgiving is this week. What is your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
I think one of the things that I look forward to Thanksgiving is pecan pie.
Ooh, I love. Okay, yeah. Perfect answer. All right, we're done. No kidding. Keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I think that's really it. But I will say what's interesting. A lot of Mexican families, when it comes to Thanksgiving, they don't always do the typical American feast with the turkey, mashed potatoes, and the fixings. They gear towards their Mexican food, which is great and delicious. But my family, we try to embrace that American culture of cooking a turkey, a ham, mashed potatoes, all of that, just because that's what the Thanksgiving feast is all about, right? And Mexican food, you can have it all year round. So I would say that my family does celebrate Thanksgiving the untypical Mexican way, but more American.
Yeah, I know for us we have frijoles, we have tamales. I'm also, you know, from a background that's mixed. So my father is from, you know, the United States, and my mother, she's from El Paso, Texas, which is right along the border. So I can definitely relate in that aspect. And you know what, that's something that I think would be very interesting for our audience to kind of like comment, tell us how you celebrate Thanksgiving. Do you celebrate the traditional way? The traditional American way, or are there kind of different diverse cultural dishes that you bring to the table? And if you have that experience, please let us know, because that's what really, you know, Thanksgiving is about, is just giving thanks for everything that we've been through, you know, and trying to find that celebration in what America is. So thank you so much, Eddie, for joining us. And I just want to tell our audience, happy Thanksgiving. And I hope everyone has a safe and wonderful holiday week. Thank you so much.